Hey, how we doing? This is your boy Chris Howard, and I want to say welcome back to my channel, Divine Inspirations. Hey, listen, you guys, today is a beautiful day to be successful. You know, reasons why is because you're alive, you're breathing, you're moving, and you have things going your way. You just don't realize it just yet. So I have a special message for you guys. It's going to be on success is in your daily routine. A lot of people get that confused with just doing physical activity, but in your routine, it's a lot of mental, because if you're preparing yourself mentally, you can have a successful day and you can go on to achieve things that you really want to be successful at. So stay tuned. Here's the message. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Let's get right into it. So, you know, my topic is on success is in your daily routine. I'm going to give you a few prime examples of dealing with myself, how, you know, being successful has a lot to what you do on a daily basis. You know, a lot of us want to achieve success. A lot of us have big goals, big dreams, big ambition. We have the drive to want to do it, but we're not in the routine we need to be in on a daily basis to achieve the success that we do want in our lives. And we just continue to manifest the same old things each and every time. And, you know, we want to break this cycle. And a lot of the cycle has to do what you do on the daily basis of your lives. What routines have you created for yourself? You know, what habits have you picked up? Are they pushing you towards your goals or away from your goals? You know, these are things you have to take into consideration when you're talking about being successful. Like, what are you willing to give up for a little while? What are you willing to replace in order to be successful? Are you willing to get up a little bit earlier? Are you willing to stay awake a little later at night to achieve your goals in order to be successful for the things that you want in your life? It's very important that we take these into great consideration, you know, because people who have achieved massive success in our lives, you know, massive people who achieve all types of level of success have a certain routine that they do on a daily basis that help them get to a point where they can be successful not only one time, but to be consistent and continuously keep the success that they do have and branching onto levels that some people only get to dream about. You know, but we're not talking about dreaming here. We're talking about living out the lifestyles that we do want and that we're going to feel happy within ourselves about. You know, that's what it's really all about. We all have different types of goals we want to hit. And we have a different lifestyle that we have in our own minds that we want to achieve. But a lot of us are out of alignment with ourselves, which puts us out of alignment with the routines we need to have in order to be successful. You know, I'm going to give you an example that I had to do with myself. One of my habits that I used to do wrong was I used to speak bad in my head. You know, like I didn't speak the right language I needed in my head to be successful. Like I knew the things I needed to say on the outside, but a lot of it was what I was saying internally to myself. You know, a lot of times I didn't think I was good enough, skilled enough, smart enough, fast enough, strong enough. You know, there's so many things I could go on and on about my mindset, about who I was, but I knew where I wanted to go. I was just speaking the wrong language inside my head. Then one thing I started to do was I started watching videos on what languages to say inside my head. For example, I stopped saying I spend money. I no longer spend money. I circulate money, because the reason being is if I'm circulating, that means it's going to come back to me. So I always believe when I put out something, it's circulating back to me when it comes to money, for example. And another one is me going to the gym. You know, I've always been a real skinny guy, and you know, one thing I really wanted to start doing was get into a shape that I was happy with. So I started hitting the gym 4 to 5 times a week. I put that in my routine. I didn't like go against it. I just went with it. These are things I started doing, and I started seeing the results of these new routine habits come into my life. More money started circulating into my life because I stopped spending money. I started circulating money. Like the way I want to be at, as far as the gym is concerned, started to come into my life because I foreseen it. You know, I had to start speaking the right language inside my own head and start speaking life into my own life. You know, and that's one of the reasons why I started achieving the success that I do want. You know, another routine that I had to break out was being afraid to talk in front of this camera. You know, I have no problem speaking to people. I have no problem interacting with anybody, but I had a big fear of speaking in front of this camera because I didn't know how people was going to receive me. But you know what? I started having fun with it. Started speaking into the camera when no one else, before I even started posting. I started breaking the habit of being fearful of speaking in front of this camera. Now, this is something that I can do with no problem. I don't know why people love interrupting me while I'm speaking, but these are things I had to pick up and start doing. And one of the major breakthroughs for me is a routine that I picked up was I started listening to morning affirmations for 21 days. I went on YouTube. I put in morning affirmations to start listening. I heard from some great speakers, you know, on how to utilize this correctly. So each and every morning for 20 to 30 minutes, I'll put in some affirmations in my head. I'll lay back down. I'll rest. I won't fall back asleep. I'll just rest. And I will allow these affirmations to play in my ear because now my brain, my body, everything is at its freshest. My mind isn't thinking about anything. My mind isn't going in and out of spaces. It's just focused on the right now. And by priming my mind for the day that I did want, I started manifesting better days in my life. And when I started seeing the right people started coming around, the right opportunities started coming around, because I started priming my mind through these affirmations on a daily basis for 21 days. And this is when I first started out. Now it's just a part of my daily lifestyle. I do this every morning, no matter what. If I sleep in a little bit late, I still do it 20, 30 minutes before I even get out of bed, because I want to set forth the right energy for my day. And these are things that you can easily do as well. You know, if you want to start breaking certain languages, just saying inside your head, because what you're saying to yourself on a daily basis has a lot to do with your success. I know a lot of people speak a lot of positivity, but they break themselves down on an inner level. They tell themselves they're not good enough. They tell themselves they're not smart enough. I've been there. I've done that. And I actually manifested those types of things in my life where I fell short because I didn't believe in myself enough to know that I can achieve each and everything I set myself out to do. Now I'm achieving things that I set myself out to do. Why? Because I'm speaking the right things inside my head, and I create the routine that works for me. You know, creating a routine of getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, meditating, affirmations, hit the gym, go to work, eating right, speaking right. These are daily disciplines I do each and every day. And some days are better than others because some days are more challenging. These are not things I just hop out the bed with extreme excitement each and every time, but I make sure I do it because at the end of the day, I know what I'm seeking. I know what I'm going after. And when you know what you're going after, it's going to take some discipline. It's going to take some time and take some patience. You have to be willing to do it. Now, here's another thing for success and achievement. If you love what you do and you're not willing to do it for free, you don't love what you do enough, because it's not an extreme, deep down passion of yours. You know, everything is about money. See, when you love what you do, you're passionate about what you do, you'll do it for free, or you'll do it, the checks are going to follow behind anyway. Because when you're great at what you do, people want to pay for what you do. But you have to be on a level where you say, I'll do it for free because I love it. This is what I love to do each and every day. You know, get passionate about something. Get passionate about what you want to do and create the routine that's going to work best for you. So when it's all said and done, you're going to be happy with your results. You're going to be happy with your success. And then also you can carry on and teach others how to create routines that works best for them. But you have to be willing to start with you first. If you're not willing to start with you, it doesn't matter about anybody else, because you can't ultimately teach someone something on how to get somewhere if you've never been there. That's like me asking you how to get to New York and you've never been in New York before or anywhere else. It makes no sense. But if you've been there and you've done that, you're going to help create the roadmap for me a little bit more simpler to accomplish. So I hope that resonates with somebody. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button on Divine Inspirations. I really appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your love, your support, and everything you're doing, and continue to support what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to help out somebody, even if it's one person, man. One person sees the difference in themselves, that they can achieve whatever they want, is all the blessing I need to hear. So you guys have a great day. Peace.